What is up, everybody? My name is Darrin, and welcome to Stock Mafia live stream, surprise live stream. So, if you're just coming in, I'm here to hang out. What am I going to talk about today? Is obviously the CBDC crypto government. The fall of FTX. This is pretty wild. That's why I wanted to jump in on this with you guys because, like I said, if you come in, just make sure you say hi in the chat. There's probably not going to be a lot of us because obviously this is like impromptu, and I'm not pulling from 400,000 subscribers or anything. But we are a small group, but we are strong. Stock Mafia in the house, motherfuckers. Guys, I'm pumped up. Woo! I shouldn't say that. Wait. Let me do my my politically correct. I'm not very good at that. We didn't cause this. We didn't do this, but this shit is coming. It's fucking coming. Woo! I'm pumped up, man. I'm pumped up for a lot of reasons, and you know why? Because all the things that we have been looking for, I feel like are coming down the pike. Whether this comes to fruition for us in general in terms of getting those dollar bills, I don't know. But Vince, you're saying I'm gonna say, are they covering? Is that what you're trying to say to me? Yo, Mr. Simon, what's up, brother? What is up? Made man in the house. Yeah, are they covering? We don't know that yet. Markets collapse on Mondays. Markets collapse after holidays. So let's see what happens. I've been saying November is the they are covering. How do we know this? See, this is why I love live streaming. What you got for me, Vince? Oh, you're asking me. You're not telling me they are. I'm with you. We don't know that yet. Honestly, there's no way with this price action. So let me just lay this out. This is what I'm seeing, and you guys can agree me or what? Yes, he does. Yes, Mr. Blunts does with his towel. I just watched Boss Blunts for the first time during the earnings call, and he was fun to watch. The difference between me, Blunts, and Bigums is the only one difference between those three is I don't smoke. I don't smoke. Only drug I take is caffeine. So, and it's probably incorporated in soda or coffee. So I don't do that, but it's all good, man. We're all fucking rich. Fuck, I'll smoke. I'll do whatever it needs to do, man. Let's get this shit going. What's up? Sub has the boss. What is up, everybody? What is up? Yeah. So what I was saying was, in terms of the market today, and I'll just bring it up on my screen right now. I'm not doing any technical analysis or any of that boring shit. Let's look at our ticker symbol AMC. Yeah, we're touching. I mean, we touched 7. But what I think is going to happen is, and in most squeeze plays, if you do a little history lesson, and I'm not going to do the Volkswagen thing, but any squeeze play, especially on the big side and with a market crash, is there's going to be a run up. And I think we're in that realm right now because this FTX thing is big. This crypto thing is big because big boys are losing and big boys are winning. And I'm very surprised to see who's on the losing side and who's on the winning side, but who cares, right? Who cares? I mean, if I brought up, I like to type. I don't think you guys can really see this. So I'm just going to try to switch my screen so maybe you see it bigger. You guys see that? So I have like BlackRock, government, all that stuff. These are the type of things that I'm going to talk about. I think the crypto, and you guys can, who's blamed for the FTX failure? I'll get into that. I think this crypto, the FTX failure is big. Do I think it was planned? Yeah, they see things coming. This CBDC is scary to me. So I don't want anybody to ever think that I'm on this stream saying, bring it on. But I think the introduction to this is going to create a how many shareholders do you think there are in AMC and GME collectively, individually? I'm going to say 6 million. Anybody want to guess? I mean, I know Adam Aaron said 4 million, but he said that like 2 years ago. And I know that everybody's gotten brother, sister, grandpa in on this play. So if 4 million people recruited 2 other people, well, there you go. You can do the math. So there's 8 million. So I just think that in that respect, it's there's more of us. And maybe we are, unfortunately for them, the casualty that they're going to take to create this CBDC. So this is one thing I want to say to my stock mafia and the people that, because I honestly, like, I will tell you, like, I take personal responsibility because as a high school teacher, if you ever taught before, you tend to like care for your students and want the best for them. So I kind of feel the same way about the people that sub to me. And, I consider you my friends. That's it. I'm not going to do that family bullshit that Lou says because he ruined that. He ruined that. But what I will say is, if this does happen and you do get your tendies, be smart about it. I will be here. We could turn stock mafia into money mafia. I've run business. I mean, I'm not a wealthy person, but I think I'm intelligent. I'm obviously highly educated. I don't know if that's a good thing. So I have my master's degree and all that stuff, but that doesn't matter. I mean, that just gives me credentials and maybe says, oh, this guy knows what he's talking about. But my whole point is, don't go out and buy Lamborghinis. All that shit that I just said just to say don't buy a Lambo. Should have said that in the beginning. Be smart with your money because it might be harder to come by after this. Don't think that you're a day trader after this, because I've thought I was a day trader for the past 3 years and that's what I do for a living. And I personally don't know if that's what I'm going to be after all this happens. Because if you want a quick CBDC lesson and then we'll come out here. Like, if you want a quick CBDC lesson, I think what's going to happen is they're going to introduce it. They're going to issue it as a stimulus. And when they issue it as a stimulus, everybody's going to take it because who says no to free money? And then that free money, if you don't know about it, it has a timeline on it. And that timeline is, so if I give you $2,000, you have 30 days to spend it. Or 60 days to spend it. Shit. Like, yeah, you can spend it, but you know what you can't do? You can't save it. And that is the problem with me, is you can't save it. And if you can't save it, how are you going to save for, I don't know, starting that new business that you have a passion for? Things like that. So cash is going to be king. Cash is going to be real. And if we do get that, be smart with it. And think twice before you buy something stupid. Because I'm sorry, buying a Lamborghini is stupid. All right. You're not going to get laid buying a Lamborghini. You're going to get laid. And the guys say, girls just want you to make them laugh. Let's be honest. That's the secret. Ladies, if you're in here, just give me a heads up. Yeah, you don't want to be some ugly dude, but if you can make them laugh, you're halfway. You're halfway there, man. All right. Yeah, let's effing go, baby. That's what I'm talking about, sub. Yeah, Mr. Simon, I believe it too, man. I think we are mooning soon. This FTX thing is crazy. So I'm going to go into, and obviously everybody is welcome to contribute to this. If you haven't subbed to my my channel, please do that. I appreciate it. Always leave comments. I try to answer as many comments as possible. I know a lot of people are like, yeah, we don't really talk. I'm like, dude, I got like 50, 60 comments on a video. It's like, I try to just say like, yeah, man, I agree with you and all that kind of stuff. So please be patient with me on that end. That's why I try to come out here. I'll put those videos out there, but I try to come on the live streams and just talk to you guys and kind of connect that way. It's just fun. And I've made good friends in the process. So Mr. Simon and I, we were buddies. Yeah. So Kim's asking me, is it a fake pump? I believe it is. So I think this rip is we're going to see. So if This is obviously not financial advice, but if you are somewhere in the green, somewhere in your portfolio, make a decision, because I just feel like, and I'm a swing trader by trade. If you're in the green somewhere, you're probably going to be able to get whatever you get rid of today back in the red sometime next week. But for a lot of us, even I added to my position in APE in the under $2 range, and I know it's under $2. And I don't know if I'm legally allowed to say where I bought, so I won't say. But so I added, but I'm not up, because it's not. Where is it now? I mean, maybe it's changed. I mean, it's been flying around. It's not on my. Yeah, I'm not there yet. Damn. I'm not there yet, but that's all good. It's funny how APE goes up like just a little bit as opposed to everything else. I mean, as you guys know, I always tell you about my NEO story. So look at NEO, man. NEO has been, man, we could have traded this, boy. Woo! Could have got in. Oh yeah, I was looking at the 9s, hit the 12s, got back in the 9s. Man. Oh, NEO is a swing trader's dream, or at least it was for me anyway. Bought calls on DWAC. Kim, I mean, like I said, I have I worry about the option stuff, because you know how I feel about that. And if you don't, I consider options to be the slot machines of Wall Street. It's just that they pay their bills with that. They know what they can pull and what they can't. So you just got to be careful. But you know that already. You are investors, and don't look for that quick buck, because unfortunately it's not there. It's not there. You gotta churn it and earn it, man. Yeah, I mean, if you guys have anything to say. So Kim says, I don't think Chinese government let NEO do. Yeah. I mean, to be honest with you, when we get into NEO, and listen, post squeeze, NEO is gonna be one of my loves. And but we'll obviously hit that when the time comes. It's but NEO's a great company. The only thing wrong with it is exactly what you said. I mean, it's a Chinese company, and it's a communist country, and it's communist is communist. But I don't know, are we in a communist country? I tell you what, if this CBDC gets coming out, man, it's going to get hairy. But one thing I don't know, we talked about, and I've always talked about how they were going to start blaming everybody for everything once this hit, and then Bigham's actually agreed with me in that. So it's kind of funny how a lot of the stuff that he says, I have said in passing. Obviously, he has more of a presence in the community than I do. So whatever I say, if it agrees with him, it's kind of like I'm piggybacking on him. So it's all good. Street cred, what's up, brother? What is up? So I just see it as this, that you see the representative from Minnesota. He tweeted that he is going to be looking into whatever Gary Gensler is up to with the FTX, saying that he was trying to provide FTX with some sort of loophole. They're starting to name names. I mean, yeah, is Trump mad at people that he picked that lost? I guess that guy's something else. He really is. And this is no knock on any politicians, but he's something else. Sometimes I feel like, and I talked to friends about this, and you might agree with me. If he would just shut up, he would be a lot better off. He probably would have had an easier time with winning re-election, but sometimes he just doesn't know when to quit. But that's the only reason I would support him, is because he's just not a lifetime politician. Any non-lifetime politician wants to run for president, I will support you. That's why I was begging. When Mark Cuban was talking about he was going to run for president, I was like, please, the Cubes. I love him. He's the best. If you're his companies, his morals, I mean, it's just the way it is. But go into this FTX thing. I mean, what I'm seeing is, and what's really cool is, so big boys are suffering. So if I'm looking on my little chart here, and I'm not going to draw Billy or anything, but when I'm looking at this is the guy that I'm happy that's dying here. I mean, we got government on one side. We got government on one side, and we got the people that are hurting. So let's see. Enemies, maybe? They're all enemies. So I'll just say enemies for right now. We got enemies over here. And I'm just like, it's just wild. I don't know how you guys are feeling, but this is just wild what's going on. It's really hard to actually just sit there and just say, like, what? You got to agree with me or not agree with me. What is going on? What is going on in this world? I mean, we're sitting there talking about a central bank digital currency. That is so disturbing to me. But for right now, we gotta just focus on the prize, and that's essentially what we're doing. This crypto thing with FTX falling, there's two sides to it, and that's what I'm trying to do here. And I don't really know if I'm doing a good job of drawing and all that stuff. I probably should just start doing that chicken scratch that AMC Bigums does. Is we do have government on one side, and then we have our enemies, say, because I do think enemies are BlackRock, Citadel, Sequoia, Susquehanna. But what's really happening is government is the big boss, and they want this CBDC because they feel like it's going to save our economy. Hopefully, CBDC could be used properly, but let's be honest, when push comes to shove, they never do anything properly. They do what they need to do, and then as time goes by, they start doing nefarious things to it. I don't like the timeline on a CBDC. They're just printing more money, and then they want it to go into circulation. And they probably won't let you buy stocks with that money. So don't think that that's ever going to happen again, because that's what happened the first time. When they gave the stimulus package, everybody poured into the stock market. Pretty interesting stuff. But we got government on one side, and you have another side where the hedgies and stuff, like when crypto gets dropped. I mean, Chapter 11 bankruptcy for FTX, they filed it today. I mean, it's pretty wild stuff, but that's liquidity for them. They're using crypto for liquidity. But yet the government doesn't like crypto because they want to introduce the CBDC, and they have to almost have to show people that Bitcoin doesn't work. And if they show Bitcoin doesn't work, they're going to show that their digital coin, they're pegged off the dollar, is going to work. So you can't have both. And when you can't have both, and you have these filthy rich people fighting over the same shit, I think for us, it works. And sadly, a lot of people are going to hurt because of it. But we didn't do this. I will say this 100 times over. We did not do this. Yes, Mr. Simon, apes don't capitulate and apes don't sell. We saved the world, because that's what we're going to do when we get our money. When we get our money, we do good things with it. We don't buy Lamborghinis. Maybe we start businesses, give people good wages, be good people. And I think that'll help solve or kind of pump the brakes on the evil that is coming down the road with this. Because in my opinion, a CBDC is just a communist currency. And I will do everything I can, whether it's become an influencer of influencers. Hey, maybe you never know, man. To get popular enough, I'll run for state senate. I'll do that. I'll do that in a heartbeat. They had Dr. Oz running for state senate in the state of Pennsylvania. Guy doesn't even live here. He's not even from here. I don't know how they expected him to win. Pennsylvania is a Democratic state by trade. Like they're Democrats. And I've been both. And when I'm both, I'm neither. I just think you can't, you just, the strategies of certain people, they're dumb money. We're the smart money. The people are smart money. They're dumb money. They're arrogant, dumb money. And we got nothing to worry about in terms of smarts. They can't fool us anymore. And the greatest thing about it is we can talk. Oh, Manny, you and I, we good, brother? We good? Manny and I were having a DRS fight between brothers. That's how I viewed it. But so yeah, Manny, you just gotta say, like, put in the chat, man, we're good. That's all I need. I just need some love, man. I need a pound. Yeah, going into the DRS stuff, do what you want to do, but don't put a lot into it. I have stuff in there. I don't think it's the Holy Grail. I never did. So don't ever think that I ever thought that. I'm just like, they can screw us from so many angles that it's just something that for me, I just spread across. I like to be in a couple brokerages because you never know. Wait a second, Manny, you do have computer share stuff? I thought just from what you'd said, I thought you were just like telling me, like, fuck off. Like, yeah, we're good. Yeah, I have it too. But I'm with you. It is disturbing. Like, I got to be honest, like, now that we're talking straight, and I don't like that if you hit a certain threshold of money, not that I would like cry in my tears if like I wound up with $10 million, but I don't like that they have a threshold of that. If you get over that 10 million or get over a certain amount of money, you have to send in a written request for sale. Well, how the hell long is that going to take? Because if you've ever signed up for a computer share account, it takes a couple weeks for them to send you like your 6-digit number to upload your account. So that is kind of shady. I don't know what that's all about. And that kind of stuff where you act like it's 1978 and we're in 2023. Like, oh, you have to send a written request. Oh, yeah? Do you want me to send you a fax? Fuck. That's kind of shady. Close my oh, I gotcha. Yeah, so Manny's saying, yeah, it's funny. I remember you actually saying that. I remember somebody saying in the chat, but I didn't realize that was you because you were telling me that before they transferred your stuff. Man, Merrill Lynch used to be a powerhouse. I think 2008 smacked them in the face. They used to be a powerhouse in terms of, just finding. I actually, true story, I did a internship out of college at Merrill Lynch. Teacher, Simon, what are you asking me for? Teacher, run for governor of California, I vote for you. Dude, that's the same thing as Oz, right? Isn't Oz like from California? He should have run for California. They would have had that could have been their Republican thing. They rolled him in. I think he like bought like a house. I think his wife is from here, or her family is from Pennsylvania. I haven't really dug deep into the Mehmet Oz family structure, but and I think that's how he was trying to say, like, yeah, I love Pennsylvania. Yeah, California. Well, that's a different place. That's different. I don't know. Would I fit in California, Simon? I don't know. They'd probably throw me in the ocean. They try to throw me in the ocean. They don't throw me in this ocean, but they'll throw me they'll throw me in that ocean. But it's all good, man. But yeah, maybe down the line. I think that's the fastest way for someone like us to run for office. Because isn't it funny? I mean, if you have a successful movie career, you have your own TV show, you can win governor of California, Arnold Schwarzenegger, or you can be the president of the United States, Ronald Reagan. He was an actor. Now he went the route and became a senator and all that stuff, but he was an actor. I mean, look at our, and then Trump. I mean, let's be honest. Trump became president of the United States because people thought, oh, he's a good businessman. Well, he's a vicious businessman. He's destroyed a lot of people on the way up. I've always thought the reason I wanted Trump as a president, and you can agree or disagree with me, but you really can't. You can't really fight what I'm saying. If you want to fight a bunch of assholes, you better bring an asshole to the party. And Trump's an asshole. So, and that's the only way you're gonna win that kind of fight. So, yo, Anthony, what's happening, brother? What is happening? So Mr. Simon says people always talk about how California is dumb for voting blue, but I think 90% of the people here in California don't like blue and vote red, but blue is a big mafia here and manipulates elections always. Yeah, I mean, this is what I say about that. But in terms of like manipulating the votes, if if the if the left is manipulating the votes and the right's not manipulating the votes as much, shame on the right. So they're all doing nefarious nonsense, man. It's so ridiculous. I don't know about you guys, but when I went to vote, didn't ask for my ID. I filled in like a bubble sheet and then we put it through a scanner. Seriously? And talked to a couple of friends, same thing. Didn't ask for ID. They looked at the sheet, their name was on it, they signed for it. There was no like matching signature. I feel like in the past when I've signed before, that my signature was to like the right and it like matched up. No, not this time. I felt like once again like it was 1978 and I was like 4 in 78. So Anthony, how do you think FTX and others being caught selling AMC tokens is going to change what we see in the price? So that's interesting. I know that it's going to affect the liquidity of everything. If they make them close their positions, that's where I think a lot of us are all hoping that we see some price action. And before everybody says, well, then somebody can buy that debt, there's not a lot of money to buy. Our Federal Reserve just sent over $9 billion to Credit Suisse to kind of like tamper and kind of like put out the fire, even though the fire wasn't fully put out, to help with their pension funds. And we all fully believe that. And I know that my chat and my crew believes that they did that just for midterm elections. That was in no way a solution. That was just like a Band-Aid that was going to eventually pop off. So kind of wild. Yeah, if you just joined in and you're not subbed to my channel, please sub to my channel, like my videos. Come on, man. Get me more popular. But thanks for coming. Yeah, we just, like I said, this is a discussion. This is like an impromptu. Usually I come with some sort of notes, but I was like, I got to talk to my boys and my girls, man. I got to talk to my peeps. I got to talk to the mafia and see what's going on. How you guys feeling about this like crypto thing? Somebody's got to have more of an opinion than what I'm chewing about. I just think I think they're going to start eating each other, and I think that's what we wanted. Right? We want infighting. We want blaming. I don't know if I finished my thought, but the representative, I'll look on my phone what this guy's name is, out of Minnesota. I think he's a Republican. Let me see. Yeah, Tom Emmer. And I'll bring it up on the Twitter. Let me see if I can find this young chap. He's not young. Why does every senator look like 100 years old? Or a representative? All right. I think you have to have gray hair to get elected. Let's see if I can find his tweet about Gary Gensler, which I can't right now. I'm not Mr. Twitter. But essentially what he said was, this Tom Emmer said, interesting, Gary Gensler runs to the media while reports to my office allege he was helping SBF and FTX work on legal loopholes to obtain a regulatory monopoly. We are looking into this. Oh, I'm sure you are. Not looking into all the synthetic shares that have been happening over the next 2 years, but this shit, this is on your radar. Man, get the hell out of here. These guys, it's just a big game. Gritter, that is wild. I live in Georgia and they always ask for and check my ID. That is why I never understood people claiming that Georgia doesn't check ID. Yeah, didn't check in Pennsylvania. Did not check in Pennsylvania. And I talked to a bunch of people. Kind of wild. Anthony says, I think to become a U.S. president, to get elected, you got to be orange or smell kids' hair. Totally, totally. So who do I think should be responsible for the FTX bankrupt? Honestly, I don't know, but the way it looks, I mean, who they joined up with Citadel in May of 2021, if my memory serves me right. There's an article out there. I know Bigums had shared it, that they had hired somebody to help, and that was the FTX.US branch. But BlackRock's a heavy investor in FTX. So everybody knew what was going on. And it's sad, but let's be honest, like this kid, I think his name is Ben Richmond. I don't know. I should look that up. I shouldn't just say somebody's name. FTX founder. Oh, sorry, Sam Bankman. That was close. Yeah, he's really gonna they say he's now broke. Well, shame on you, dude. Haven't you heard of the Cayman Islands? I'm sure he's not broke, but other than that, I mean, it sounds like to me that he got in over his head and maybe didn't understand the game. And when these guys smell, they're smart. They smell blood in the water and an opportunity. I mean, look what you can do. FTX, as far as I'm concerned, is just another Robin Hood. You can hide your shorts inside FTX. You can sell your crypto. I mean, AMC token. I mean, does anybody even own that? I didn't even know you could buy an AMC token. I heard of ApeCoin. I just thought that was a scam, so I never really paid attention to it past the fact that somebody said ApeCoin. Lucky Luciano. That's what I'm talking about. Welcome to the Mafia, Lucky. Now that's a stock Mafia name, baby. See, Lucky, you know what's killing you, man? And I'm going to open a Coke here, so I don't want you guys thinking I'm like cracking beers. I don't know. Can I do that? Can I drink on YouTube? But Lucky needs a profile pic. Like something hard, something mafioso like. Mr. Liquid saying all these criminals are EWs. I don't know what that means, but I'll take it as some sort of derogatory curse word, which I like. Gritter plays, I don't think any individual investor really heard. Yeah, so that's the thing that I'm thinking, Grit, is this was like hidden. You know what I'm saying? Like they're like, look at this. They were selling AMC token. Wait a sec. Like, let's be honest. Who isn't buried through stock twits and Reddit? We've never heard of this AMC token. They might have Trey would drink on YouTube. He would open the Kraken. So yeah, I was thinking about that. But I'll open the Kraken. Squeeze day. We do what we want. We're the Mafia, baby. Do what we want. But I am pumped up, man. I have to say it. I mean, I was just thinking about this actually yesterday. I was like, man, I looked at one of my videos while I was editing it before I posted it. And I said, man, I sound depressed. Like I'm not having fun, And it wasn't because I was depressed and it was the subject. I was like, this sucks. Let's make some freaking money. Let's get some action. So the action that I have is just, the action I have, and I think maybe you all feel is right now we're in a fight. So this is our testosterone is pumping, girls and guys. It is pumping and we are fighting and we've got a couple punches in. And what I'm seeing from the outside looking in is they're fighting within each other and some people are falling. For BlackRock to lose money, and I know Bigums was talking about this before, I caught a little bit of his live today. Like it was real quick. But one thing that kind of made me laugh was the fact that he was pumped up about BlackRock losing money. Man, BlackRock has more money than anybody in this world. They are the World Bank. So even they could probably still be coming out ahead on this, but still lost money. But if they come out ahead, it's all good. So it is what it is. Gritter says, I mean, the AMC token is how they have stopped us since June 21. So happy to see it exposed now. You think so? You think that's the main player in this? I mean, I agree with you. It's definitely a factor. It's definitely a factor. So, yeah, I got to be honest, guys. Like, I don't really, as much as I understand printing synthetics and then selling them, and then if you don't buy them, then essentially we're just like handing cash to them. And everybody uses the car example, but whatever. You're buying a car that doesn't exist, so I give you $5,000 and you just pocket the cash, and now they have the liquidity to do all sorts of nefarious things. And I don't really get too much into the understanding of swaps. I know what it is. You're just trading debt back and forth and resetting the clock. So if somebody says you're going to lose your house in 30 days because you have this debt, then they just they send it to somebody else, reset the clock, and then you get to live in your house for another 30 days. And that's really what they've been doing, is this back and forth stuff with swapping and trading debt. So other than that, I don't really dig into kind of the way Bigham's, he really understands it. I don't really try to understand it. My brain can't hold that much information in terms of crime, because I feel like understanding the crime doesn't make me any money. And I'm in this for the money. The stock market is a passion of mine, but let's be honest, we're in this for the money. Yeah, but no, Gritter, it's, you're saying it's just a theory, but yeah, it's I think I did the calculation. Let me see if I can find, and let me see here. Let me go on Twitter. Da da da. Come on. Maybe up a new tab. And let me see. And Paul, forget this guy's name. Where is it? Peter. And Peter did now he posts a lot, so it might be lost in the shuffle here. Oh man. And I was just trying to find oh, this is interesting. Do you guys see this? So, and I'll make it bigger here. FX Hedge, if you follow him on Twitter, he doesn't allow you to comment or anything. He's kind of like anonymous, but city strategists say exit short U.S. equity positions. So they're already kind of telling you, these banks are now telling people, if you're short on stocks, you better try to get out. Maybe that's what's going on. One of you came in here and said, are they covering? This could be covering slowly. They're going to try to manage this as much as possible. To be honest with you, if it's a managed squeeze, like let's say that both stocks do squeeze, and you guys can obviously disagree with me or give me your input, because this is an open forum. This is not like the Darrin show. I'm just like moderator. I'm just a pretty face. But I think it's going to take a while. I think this is going to like move slowly. We might see a pop. We'll see halts, and they might try to drive it down again. I don't know how they're going to do that. That's kind of nefarious, but yeah, covering. Yeah, I do too. So they start covering these shares. Think of all the buy orders they have parked. It could be in the billions. All that dark pool, all that buy action, it's just sitting there. Like, they have to release it. Those are all the shares that haven't been bought in the open market. What did Citadel have? Something like they had like 62 billion securities not bought. I mean, god damn. That's something fierce. Something fierce. I hope they're part of this problem. I hope they go down. There's a couple people that need to pay for this, especially those that have previous records. I won't name names because but if Stevie Cohen's involved in this, that he's the owner of the New York Mets, he should go down. If Jeff Yoss is really involved in this, he's the CEO, I guess, founder of Susquehanna Bank. He should go down for this. I mean, this is the crime of, this is history books, and they will talk about us, and they will say us by name. They will call us apes, and they will call us the people that fought against the financial freedom of citizens of the United States and the world. And then we're not going to quit. I believe that, because let's get our money first, and then let's go after them on this CBDC nonsense. Let's put people in office that we actually think are going to help us. I think I always said, like, I remember when Michael Bloomberg was trying to run for president, and I thought that was a great idea. And then literally 4 weeks later, he dropped out of the race. I think he got into it too late. But I'm all about putting successful people in office because they're less likely to be bought. You put a guy like Biden, Obama, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go Democrat, but even George W. Bush. I mean, there's a guy that bought the Texas Rangers he put $100,000 of his own money and then used all his influence from his presidential father. Go figure. Oh, does he know somebody? And they bought the Texas Rangers and then ended up selling the Rangers 8 or 9 years later. Now, he was the face of the baseball team, and they said he was the owner and whatever, president. And I think they're making like $20 million. How about that investment? 100,000, you get 20 million. That's going to be us. Woo! That's what I'm saying, baby. Woo! It's going to be awesome. All right, Peggy, what's happened? Hey, Peggy, I saw it's funny. I saw your comment. You followed George or Donahue George. I replied to one of your comments on that comment board. I thought it was cool. I got a camera for a brain. So man, if I get a picture in my mind, so Mr. Simon, we ever meet and you don't have horns on your head, because it looks like you have horns, it's going to be very hard for me to say, dude, where are your horns? ID is always taken for vote. Yeah. So they don't put commies in jail unless they're going to. Yeah. Well, yeah, I have my theories on Epstein. I don't even think that guy's dead, to be honest with you. He's like, you kill me, that list is coming out. That's what I would have said. If I was Epstein, I'd have been like, dude, you better just let me go back to my island. Let me live my life. Oh, those are horns. All right, I got you. I think I saw your picture. Why did I see your picture? Was it on Twitter? Maybe it was. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm just jumping in here with you guys. I just wanted to kind of get a pulse on what's going on. And I mean, I'm following the Twitter stuff and any new developments. Obviously, we all want to believe that things are going to come, and we'll see. Spence is talking about how he can't believe we're not halted yet. What are you cheering for that? I go back and forth with him, honestly. I don't know. You guys follow him at all? Spence? Froggy Stonks? I try to think about what I say before I post it or before I make a video. I don't try to get emotional. I think sometimes some people make their videos and they're all right. Look at that. Look at that. Is that beautiful? Oh God, is that beautiful? That's what we want to see. That's what we want to see. And listen, I don't get excited about it because it's only at $7. It needs to go. It needs to be like at 30 before me to get excited. I don't know about you guys, and especially Ape. I need to see Ape at 10, 11, $15. I need to hear Adam Aaron say that he sold 100 million shares at $15 and he made $1.5 billion for. Is that right? No, you made more than that. I don't know. Whatever. I can't do quick math. I'm too excited. I'm too distracted. I'm looking at the comments here. When MOAS happens, I'm buying the Batmobile. See, Anthony, we just talked about this. Don't be doing no stupid shit. Don't be buying no Lamborghinis. Don't be buying no fucking Batmobile. You ain't fucking Batman. You ain't Batman. Start a business. Buy an apartment building. Churn that money. Buy an apartment building. Make that money off the rent. Don't gouge your renters. Be a good landlord. And then from that money, I will allow you to get the Batmobile. Yeah. Then you can get your Batmobile. Fucking Batmobile. Oh, man. Street cred, you're talking about, about Spence. And like I said, I don't want to talk bad about a guy. And to be honest with you, I think he's a former Marine, any soldier. God bless them. I appreciate everything they do for us. I just think that maybe he gets a little too emotional and he grabs on the ideas. I mean, listen, do you remember that buzz about the Disney merger? What did I say about that? I was like, that shit ain't happening. I was like, I think my exact quote about a Disney merger was, that could possibly happen once all this stuff is covered, because right now, this stock, nobody wants part of it. It is a shit show. You can't merge. You can't buy a company like this when they know what's going on, and they all know. Oh, there's no synthetics. They all know. Everybody knows. We know. Gensler knows. Biden knows. Trump knows. Ken Griffin knows. Everybody knows there's synthetics. You can't merge a company with that because you got to do a share count. You got to bring everything together. There's too much stuff. There's way too much stuff. See, this is why I shouldn't drink soda. I'm like burping here. It's ridiculous. So respect anyone who serves, but so well, that's the thing. I mean, so street cred, we'll talk about this. I mean, with my thing with him is he's very emotional, and it's like he wakes up and he has an idea and then wants everybody to agree with him. And we're not supposed to be giving financial advice, and he sure's teetering on the financial advice. And then saying, I was right. I told you about this symbol and it went up. I told you I was right. Nah, I'll never do that. I'll never say it, because obviously that would be like I'm telling you to buy or sell something. I mean, and I don't even think technically that's illegal, but why not just cover the basis? Who cares? I'm not looking to lose anybody any money. I'll tell you what I see. And right now I'll tell you what I see in this market. If you're green, think about staying green. But if you want to stay green, why don't you wait a little bit? Because I think this market's going to drop. I think it's going to drop. I think we're going to see everything go down. I think this is the last pump before Armageddon. That's how I feel. I don't know how you guys feel, but I think this is the last pump before Armageddon. And if people are chasing these stocks and buying right now thinking that, oh my God, I missed the bottom. I should have bought Amazon at $88. Don't worry. I truly believe you're going to be able to get Amazon probably at $80 when shit hits the fan, because the blue chips are going to go down, and they're going to go down hard, because that is where all the hedgies have their money. And that is where they have stashed it. They have built those companies. They have built walls around those companies. Listen, when you're trying to destroy Sears, Toys R Us, Blockbuster Video, you're putting walls around companies that are benefiting from that. And no company benefited more from all this nefarious synthetic short selling of companies than Amazon. I'll just leave it at that. Who runs Amazon? Who is one of the richest men in the world? Who used to work on Wall Street? He has friends. You don't think he was sitting at that table when they laid out the plan? We'll see. We'll see. It's pretty interesting stuff. I mean, I don't know, guys. I don't know. It's pretty interesting stuff. That's my theory. If it's the first time you heard it here. But it's been my theory for a while. He benefited the most. Amazon benefited from the most from all this. And let me just tell you something. If you look up the shorting of Toys R Us, all the toy companies got destroyed in pretty much the same realm. Remember KB Hobby, KB Toy Store? There was also a website, I think it was called eToys. They smacked them around. And destroyed them. Where do we buy our toys now? I'll tell you where I buy my toys for my kids. It's not at Walmart, because if you've ever been to Walmart and been to their toy section, it looks like they have an earthquake. And there are not any earthquakes in the Philadelphia, Pennsylvania area, suburbs. Toys get bought on Amazon. Straight up. Toys get bought on Amazon. It's the only place to buy it. Really is the only place to buy it. So if your son or daughter is watching a TV show, they're watching Lion King, or my daughter watches Bluey on Disney. You want those action figures, you're buying them on Amazon. You're not buying them anywhere else. So yeah, what is going on? I think Bigum's, Mr. Liquid, I think Bigum's mad at that Froggy guy. I think it's the DRS push. And like I said before, and you guys will agree with me, especially the ones that have been here, I am not a DRS pusher. I just like to spread out, like I diversify my portfolio. I diversify, and first of all, my portfolio, I should stop saying I have a diversified portfolio. We all know where my portfolio is at. Yeah, when the AMC ran and I put all my eggs in that basket, I bought GME. Yeah, I'm a real diversified portfolio kind of guy. I really like to spread it out. I might as well bought the same damn stock. I should have just, like, I don't know, sold and then bought back in. Doesn't matter. I mean, I thought GME is going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting what happens with both of these stocks, because every day, every week goes by, I change my mind to see which one you think is bigger. And you guys can go on here and tell me. I think most of us in here are AMC. You should own both. If you have the money, like if you're setting your position and you want to buy more AMC shares, I would just look at other stocks. And if GME is something you're interested in, I mean, you don't know. Once one runs, the other one's going to run. So not financial advice. I just told you guys I used the wrong word, buy and sell. And that's what I don't want. I don't want, you guys obviously, listen, we're all grown up so we can make our decisions here. But yeah, but Mr. Liquid, I know I see some of the fighting that goes on like Twitter and stuff. And I don't know. I think it'd be funny to like get in a fight with like a YouTuber. I think that would be funny. Cause I would just tell them to do is fuck off. I mean, I'm a real baller there. But it is what it is. I think we all get the stock market, man. You know this, it messes with your brain. It messes with your brain and it eats you up. And if you're losing money, you might start doing crazy shit. You might be doing some mad stuff, and that's why I tell everybody when you come onto my channel, like, make sure you're still sticking with your hobbies. Be nice to your family. Even if you're pissed off, like, try not to take it out on the people you love, because they're easy targets. Take it out on me. You can come in here and tell me I'm a dick. That's cool because I understand where that's all coming from. It's just take care of the people you love and hit the gym, man. I tell you what, I mean, I'm not as religious with the gym as I should be, but I know when I get there and I do my thing, it feels good. And the whole time I'm running on a treadmill or doing the rowing machine or pushing weights and all that other nonsense, I'm thinking about this stock thing, but it feels better when I'm, sweating a little bit. So, and then I'm not doing that. I'm watching sports. I mean, my Philly teams, we're on a run, baby. We're on a run. My Phillies just lost. That's okay. They kind of just got hot at the right time. Hopefully they sign the right free agents, playing with like doing like, I don't know if you guys do like the DraftKings FanDuel stuff. That's fun. Obviously I'm not heavy into it. I'd lose my ass if I got into sports betting, but Kim, I don't. I don't really know much about Discord, so isn't that funny? I really should look into it because is it free? Is it free for you guys? Is it free for me? I'm gonna tell you guys, I'm a cheap ass right now. I mean, I don't make any money on YouTube. I mean, yeah, I know the channel's growing and everybody's cool, but I don't make any money on YouTube. Just because you got to get to a certain point before you actually start making money. So, I mean, I dropped some coin on a camera and a microphone. That shit was kind of expensive. Like this bad boy right here, he's like 2 bones. I mean, that's crazy, but it's actually pretty cool. It's actually pretty cool. It's like I feel like I'm like a 1900s radio announcer with this big microphone. I think it's actually pretty sweet. And what's funny about it is I ordered it off Amazon, and for some strange reason, I got the World of Warcraft edition. I didn't order that one. They gave me the wrong one. But I was like, nobody can really see it. I've never played World of Warcraft. So that would explain why I talk about AMC more than GME. I think the people that I hate GME or I'm sorry, the people that are like, GME is the only stock. Those are the gamers. Those are the gamers saying that shit. The only stock, dude, the only stock in the stock market to me is money. And I don't care where it comes from. T8, thanks, man. I appreciate it. I think this was a good, easy transition for me. I was a school teacher for a long time, and my students actually liked me. I don't know if my principals liked me, but I know that my students did. Because what I would veer from the curriculum, and you know what I would actually teach the kids? Shit they needed to know. And I wasn't boring about it. And sometimes, if you're not following every rule, I taught high school. So I have my business BCIT, which is, it sounds real like, and then I'll say it sounds really special. Business, computers, information technology. So essentially I could teach business classes. I have my master's, so I could teach in college if I wanted to. I think I've taught in college. I think young kids, computers, and then computers. And marketing is like my passion. So kind of like the YouTube stuff kind of rolls into. So I do all my graphics. So when you guys see those thumbnails, you can always like come in and like jab me and say, "What the hell were you thinking?" But some of them were pretty, like, it's pretty fun to make them. I like that. Yeah. It's funny when I don't know if you guys ever saw the show Talk Soup, but for a little bit they had a show called Sports Soup. Oh, dude, maybe I could find it. And my students would always say that I reminded them of him. And at one time I had hair. It was about 8 years ago. So I'm 48 now. 8 years ago, I had hair. Let me see if I can find this guy. He's actually the American Ninja host or Ninja Warrior. Sports Soup was a weekly series. So that's his name. Everybody would say that I act like this guy. You see it? What do you? How can I bring this up? Do I look like this guy, Matt Eisman? If you put hair on me, there we go. Kinda. I don't know, man. It's so funny. But they used to say that about me. I thought that was kind of funny. And I watch a show. If you ever watch Sports Soup, then I hopefully I don't look like this person, but this is the person that they were talking about. Yeah. So yeah, that's me, right? Yeah, I mean, it's hard for somebody to say, like, oh, you look like somebody. But if you take, like, how can I cover up his head? But if you kind of, oh, shit. There we go. We'll do something fun. This is going to be funny. I'll put it here. So if I can, if we just, let me see what I can do it here. I'll tell you if this guy looks like me. We're going to do that. We're going to do the test. I'm dangerous. I'm dangerous with Photoshop, guys. So don't piss me off and send me your real picture, because I'll do this to you. There you go. Get rid of that. Look, it's me. It's me. Maybe I need to. I mean, it'll look better if I do this. Hold on. I can't pick the pick. Come on, damn it. All right, whatever. See if I can do this. Send it. Nope. Whatever. I'm done. I'm done looking like me. But you guys get the picture. There's me. Yeah. So they said my students would always say I look like this guy, and I also acted like him. So, and I took it as a compliment. The guy's funny. I was like, man, I thought I was better looking than that, but whatever. It's all good, man. It's all good. Yeah, but it's been cool hanging out with you guys. So, Power Hour. Should I stay or should I go? Let's see what happens. I hear footsteps upstairs in my house here. It could be my kids. We got Ape going 164. Yeah, I mean, for me, like, to be honest with you guys, like, Power Hour to me is just like, I don't know. It is what it is. It doesn't matter. We need to start here. And for me, Power Hour is like following Twitter and seeing what's really going down. So, in that respect, I want to see what's what and what's going on. So, yeah, I'm probably going to hang out now for, I'll do like 10 more minutes. I appreciate everybody hanging out with me. Enjoy your weekend. I don't know if any videos are going to pop up, but I always say I'm not going to do anything on the weekend, and I end up something pops up, man. Isn't it funny how the weekend is nuts? The weekend, you just get surprised by things. Stuff pops up, and let's be honest. I mean, I'll post something on Sunday, most likely. I'm talking about what's going on. Shit happens on the weekends. I mean, I try to help one of my buddies. He wants to get into like day trading because, he hates his job. Go figure. Don't we all? And I said to him, don't, it's tough to buy on Friday unless you're buying low. I'm like, just be careful. And he's like, what do you mean? I said, dude, you'd be so surprised what happens on the weekends. Shit just pops up. Like, just crazy stories. I can't even think of something off the top of my head, but this is a perfect example. Like, usually this is the kind of stuff that happens on Saturday. Like, FTX goes out of business, claims bankruptcy. Thanks, Gritter. Appreciate it. Yeah, guys, if you're in here, please sub. Watch my vids. I appreciate you guys. And I said to you guys from before, I'm not leaving. I'm not afraid. I can't be threatened. It's hard I'm not going to be bought. Well, I might be bought. You offer me $10 million. I heard Trey got like $6 million. I'm like, shit. All right, Trey. That was the Twitter rumor. The Trey got like $6 to $8 million to leave. I mean, now come on. He's like 25. You give him $6 to $8 million bucks. Now, hopefully, he doesn't go buy a Batmobile. Fucker, Batmobile. Come on, Ant. But no, I mean, it's like I said, I'm not going anywhere. I'm established in what I need to do, and I'm here for us, especially through the squeeze, and even before after the squeeze, because we got to be smart with our money. And I have a background in that, so obviously, and a lot. Listen, you guys bring stuff to the table too, and I would love for this channel to actually have like people like Street Cred come on and be like, Street Cred, what's going on, man? What are you doing with your what are you doing with the squeeze? What are you doing with your squeeze cash? And just love to hear about everybody's stories, because that's the fun part. And then we just kind of hash out what we need to do, and it's not rocket science. When you have cash, you just got to be smart with it. And it's funny, and I'll end on this. I'll tell you a funny story. I was like driving. I was driving. I think I was going to pick up my kids, and I was like pissed off at the market being down. And I got at the light, and oh yeah, I don't know why my GTI. That's not the right GTII. So yeah, I don't know what that is. But all right. So let me finish my story. So I'm driving. I'm pissed off. Like I'm like, freaking stock market. Like just come on, AMC. Like just get back into the 30s and 40s. Like go where you belong. I'm just mad. Like can Ape go to 15? You know how it is. You know how you're feeling. The guy just like drives by me in like a Rolls Royce, and I was just like, I looked right at him. I just go, that's how I feel about people that drive Rolls Royce. So everybody just calm down, and I mean me when I say that. We're gonna be all right, and I think what's coming on in the market and this crypto stuff, I'm curious what Saturday and Sunday is going to bring and what shakes out. So. I appreciate you. Stay strong, stay positive, and I will see everybody on the next one.